Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night. Time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts. How are you?
Are they all good?
And who's with me?
It's me. I'm good. It's the Proper Pal with my special guest, a little Lego guy.
It's me. Hi, Deb. It's me.
I've been in shelter too long.
I know. You're just like, it's just me.
It's just me. It's like on American Idol, just Sam.
Yeah. All right, let's not screw around. Let's get right to it, shall we? It's good to see everybody tonight. And each week we start the show with Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug, and I try and match it up to our guest. And our guest just walked away.
So,
here it comes. Hey, Tony Boss, how are you?
What's good, man? I'm super excited to be here. Quite an honor to be on such an awesome show. Jason and Deb.
Thank you.
I said it on a few lives to promote the show, but I have never had a guest send me 60 slides. And not that I expect it from everybody else or anybody, but when Debbie's like, I got like 57 pictures, I'm like, what? But awesome.
And I gave it to him at 9 p.m. last night.
And I could tell the order she sent him was not right because I could tell where you were going, Tony, and I'm like, this cannot be right.
This is not right, yeah.
But let's get to our tikiness right now. All right, now I had to watch because Tony's been on before. I had to watch what mug I used last time and what rum because I don't want to repeat because I don't have to. Tony lives in the sunshine state of Florida, and in Florida there are a lot of palm trees. So I got this badass mug.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that one.
Where the palm tree's growing through the skull.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is super cool.
This is made by Monk Tiki. And since Tony lives in Florida, I have Siesta Key rum, spiced rum.
I love that place.
Yeah, it's so good. Small numbered batches. And my admin slash one of my besties, Bridget, brought it back for me one time. She was in Florida when we were allowed to travel.
Back in the old days.
And what do you got, Debs?
I have a Tiki Mug, Trader Vic's, 2018. And this is how I feel about being sheltered in, sticking my tongue out at it. And my favorite plantation rum. And not diet, caffeine-free Pepsi. That's all I ever drink.
So I got to tell you, the one, before we get to what Tony's drinking, the one bummer I just really figured out about Nevada, plantation rum is one of the best rums on the planet. And they have like 30 different types. And a lot of them are called for in different cocktails. Vegas carries just two of the like 30. And I'm like, man, I need some of these. So I might have to run to a liquor store in California or something.
Or next time I come, just give me your...
All right, Tony's got a tiki mug tonight. What you got, brother?
This is nothing special. I picked this up for $1. It's not very crafty, but it's from the Royal Lahaina Resort in Kaanapali Beach, Maui, and kind of lame. I just got Bacardi and Coke.
Hey, that works.
It works.
Nice.
Got a little lime in there too?
I do not, shelter in place. Run out of limes, unfortunately.
All right, well, cheers, everybody, and to everybody watching. Thank you for being on, Tony. Hey, Deb, cheers. All right, we're going to do our segments. We're going to skip a couple tonight because Tony's got so much good content. We want to get right to him, so we'll say goodbye, Tony, for about 15 minutes, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Don't go away.
Don't run away. Keep your pants on. All right, let's get right to it because, man, we got some good stuff to share this week. I am so excited for some of these. Oh, duh. I forgot I had a commercial first. All right. So real quick, this Saturday, I'm doing a free web class. It's called #StayHome, #MakeMoney. Now, all of you watching right now, you're already eBayers. You're already thrifters. I still want you to come take the class. That's great. But I want you to share the link, www.thriftingclass.com, with your friends and family who are currently out of work, the ones who are like servers or anybody that works for tips. They are really in a deficit right now. And I know that there are 50 things around their house that's worth around $3,100 that they could start selling that they forget they have. And I was thinking about today, Deb, the older you are, and if you happen to live in your parents' house or your grandparents' house, you're more than likely to have almost maybe, if not all of these. if you're a little bit younger and on your own, you're maybe going to have half of these things. But if you're 40, if you're 50, if you lived in a house for a long time, you're going to have a lot of these. So get signed up, thriftingclass.com. It's Saturday at noon, West Coast, 3 p.m. East Coast. It is live. I encourage you to watch live because the class is going to be about 90 minutes, and then I'll do all questions. If you can't watch live, no big deal. Just get signed up. You'll get a link to rewatch it on Sunday.
Fun.
But now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the things that you should be on the lookout for.
Puzzles. We finally sold this one. We took a best offer of $19.99. Everybody's buying puzzles right now. I forget how long that was listed, but it had been listed probably about a year. And all of a sudden, during this time, it sold.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about, too. eBay put out a list of things that people are buying that are non-essential. And so we're going to be talking about that, too, on Saturday.
Nice. This is a book, a consignment book, sold for $69.99, about 12-inch action figures. People are real, I think, collectibles, maybe.
That's a book? I thought it was a magazine.
Well, it is a book.
Okay.
Sure. I think it's a book. It looks like a magazine.
When I pop the stuff up, I don't necessarily like look at it. I just get it ready, and then I know you're going to tell me.
Yeah.
And there we go. And I'm like, oh, I thought that was a magazine.
Yeah, Bill listed it and shipped it, so I never really saw it.
Gotcha. What is this?
Oh my! I'm kind of
not a tiki.
Oh no, I knew better. I love buying these funky, one of a kinds, probably handcrafted things. But he was listed only for 18 months, but he had 5,262 views.
Wow!
It took a while to sell him. He sold for that full price. But I love finding these weird little things. Somebody made that, and you're not going to probably find another one like that anywhere in the world. So sometimes they take a while, but they can sell for good money, and I only pay about $1 or $2 for them. I love his hair. See, Bill's learning from your turn it sideways. It's one of those bar mats that, we usually pay $1 to $2 for them. And every time we get one, we sell them pretty quickly. So
yep, spill mats. And then if your drunk friends are super drunk, you have them drink everything that's spilled in the spill mats at the end of the night.
Oh my God.
That's truly, Deb, what ass juice is. What the true definition is all the stuff stuck in the bar mats at the end of the night. Now, of course, you can't serve that, but that is where from the Double Down came from. Was you'd always pay that one guy $20 to, they would just pour it into a cup.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
There you go.
Every week.
Now you understand ass juice. Now look, you sold a puzzle. I sold another paint by number. I just happened to have about 6 undone paint by numbers, and they've been sitting around this house, in my office, for years. I'm like, I'm going to get these up. And when I got them up, we weren't in quarantine yet. So I got them up right before the world shut down, and people were like, I want to paint. So they've been buying all my paint by numbers. So
nice.
get your puzzles, get your paint by numbers up. And this is another thing that sat around forever. I picked this up at, I forget which thrift store, but I paid $6.99 for the utensils and listed it and sold it within $60 in less than 24 hours.
That's a good deal because I don't know if they come individual. I've shopped for those in Disney World, Disneyland.
Yeah. And I might have taken too low of a price, but it was so quick. And like I said, I paid $6. They've been sitting around forever. I'm like, cool. Keep on moving.
That's a good ROI. Can't complain.
Now, I think I've showed these before. This was a retail arbitrage type thing. These were closed out of Disneyland. They came to Vegas, and they were at our Disney outlet store, which is mainly Disney catalog. But the back corner, the little corner, is stuff from the parks. And so we picked these up. And the reason I wanted to share this one tonight is it went to somebody in Las Vegas. So it was a lot cheaper if they would have went to the store and picked it up. And they paid me a lot more money. So.
Yeah.
You never know, people are like, no one will buy this around me. You never know. This was sold in Las Vegas and someone paid me a lot more money in Las Vegas. So
nice.
You never know. And how about $97 vintage Oshkosh Bagosh overalls?
Oh my gosh.
And as you can see, they were sold in euros. So that means it was bought directly in Europe. So it's heading off to Europe. And these are what you basically call the railway, the choo-choo train, whatever. They're the blue and the white stripes. All vintage overalls will do good, but people really have an affinity for these like pinstriped blue and white. I'm conducting a choo-choo train type one. So Didn't have it up long, maybe 2 months, and I paid $8.99. Sold for $97 plus international shipping.
I never find overalls. I'm always looking for them.
All right, so that was our regular air quotes scores of the week. Now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. If you are not flipping media, what's your problem? That's where I'm at now, because I'm about to. Tony's laughing because Tony's scores this week are media too. I'm about to blow your mind. This is probably my best set I've ever had, and people are buying so much music right now. It is insane. I'm listening a lot and I'm selling a lot, and selling a lot of records too. But let's look at some of my scores this week, and we always start with flipping cassettes. Wonderful artwork done by Nadine, who's in the chat. Hi, Nay.
Yes, she does a great job.
All right, so Napalm Death on cassette. Not a real big one, but again, it's a used cassette in the year 2020, $14. But even better was Is Facing Future, $27 used on cassette. You can buy the CD for like $4.
You're kidding.
But the cassette is not common. And so if you happen to have a cassette player and that's all you got, you will pay me $27 plus shipping for Is Facing Future. So get your cassettes out, look at them. But now we're going big now. This is my best foursome I've ever shown. All right, Tjader. I bought it at a record store in Burbank, as you can see, for $3.99. Actually, it's Tjader and Carmen McRae. $70. Now, an LA music store knows what they're doing, but I know a little bit better. So $70 plus shipping. And I think I've shared this one before. I've actually flipped this CD a couple times already. Porcupine Tree is the band. This is a super audio CD, one of the things I teach in my flipping CDs course. I did pay $30, but I sold it for $90. So I don't mind spending $30 for an item that's going to sell for $90.
Yeah.
And then, boom, the Music of the Cosmos from the PBS show. I paid $4 in San Francisco, and it sold for $100. Now,
oh my gosh,
the look on Debbie's face would be like, this would be the best sale of the week. But I say, nay. I've been teasing this all week. I sold the CD for $200. And before I share it, let me tell a quick story that I actually shared as a thrifting tip a couple months ago. Stacy and I were in Amoeba Records in Hollywood, and this CD I'm about to show you was behind glass. So they deemed it special. And so I couldn't hold on to it. They had to put it behind the counter with my name. We left and rang out and forgot to say, oh, hey, there's one behind the counter. We're on our way to Ventura, which is it's near LA, but not really. So there was no turning around and going back. And I thought, crap, I never bought that. And Stacy goes, you can just have them send it to you. I go, what? And she goes, you've never seen the signs all over the store that says we'll ship anywhere? I go, I guess I never paid attention. So I called him and go, hey, I was just there an hour ago. There should be this CD behind the counter. He goes, yep, I'll send it to you. We got home from that trip, and it was in my mailbox one day later. I paid $25, and I sold this Jizza from the Wu-Tang Clan, liquid swords for $200.
Wow. What would you do without Stacy?
I know. Now, the specialty about this one is they made it a 2 CD set and extra artwork, and there's a whole chess set in here.
You're kidding.
And so it was sealed, brand new, still at Amoeba for $25. Sold it for $200.
Oh my gosh.
Now that's a funny, silly question, Sabrina. Am I leaving the $4 price tags on when I list them? Of course not. I hope you were asking that in jest, because who would do that? Now, but there is an asterisk to that. If you happen to find, I just bought a CD that I'm going to flip that has the original sticker on it, because it's still sealed. It's been out of print for 20 years. I'm leaving that sticker on because it shows the original sticker. But no, definitely not the thrift store or the record store sticker for when it's $4 and I'm selling it for $100, because who in the heck would be like, screw you.
So are you taking pictures of these because you know they're going to sell for good? Because you always have these stickers now. So
right. I never take the stickers off until we sell. So when I'm taking pictures, now most of these were Amazon this week, but when I take pictures on eBay, I just put them in a fresh case if it's
okay.
And then back in the original case, because some things never sell. So there's no point in switching out a CD to a better case if it never sells.
Good.
So I always have the price sticker. Great question for Paul. This Jizza CD sold used for $60, and I would guess new I'd get anywhere from 100 to 150 on eBay. So maybe even the 200, but still a great return. Even if you paid 25 and sold it for 100, still a good return on an item that's small and easy to ship.
Well done.
Oh, thanks, Sabrina. Yes, I never even thought about that. You're right. New people. Sorry. Yes, definitely take the stickers off. But if it's vintage, say you picked up a Beatles record and it has the original like 49-cent sticker on it, leave that on. But if you picked it up from Savers last month and it says $1.99, get rid of that. So there you go. $70, $90, $100, and $200 in just 4 CDs.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
And not only have the ones I found sold for good money, Stacy's budget bin scores of the week strikes again. I keep expecting 1 week to not have any, and since I started this 3 weeks ago, nope. All right, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'll zoom in here. $1.99, and we even wrote her name on it so we'd remember that was one of her budget bin finds. Band called Jacob, sold for we paid $2, sold for $17. And House Party 3, House Party, Get Funky. As you can see, Stace got it for 99 cents, and we sold it for $12. Not huge, but still, I'm getting the regular section stuff. She's getting the budget stuff. It's a match made in heaven.
And once in a while, she does score out of those bins.
Yeah. Great question. The records you sold on Pawn Stars, did you really sell them or just for TV? Yes, I really sold them. And yes, they really gave me cash money. Yeah, see, that's what happens. Don left on a $7 Goodwill tag and sold some for $125, and the customer was not happy. A heat gun works, but heat guns are a little too hot. Hair dryers are perfect. Bunch of good questions tonight. Wee-hoo. All right. Sadly, though, Deb, not everything is a good thing.
No, it's not. But we're learning.
Now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Well, these have been listed since 2016. Usually these Manga books, I don't have any problem selling, but these are still hanging around. So I guess I'll have to try to lower the price and see if somebody wants to buy them.
Now, do you think maybe you should put one forward?
Probably.
You know, when you have a bunch of things, you could do them all forward, but that picture would be so big.
But I look like
one forward.
Looks like I have another picture where they're all the front. So maybe I need to switch my gallery photos around.
Look, this is a great question. Why do people pay double on Amazon for a CD when it's on eBay for half the price? Because people are busy. Amazon shoppers go, they buy, they leave. They don't hang around. They don't search. And I just sold an item on Macari that would have been way cheaper in my eBay store for the exact same item. But if people don't do their due diligence and shopping, I'm happy to take more money.
That's right.
Now, these are fun.
I know. I've had them they sat on my profit pile for a while, and then they finally got listed. But now this is too weird. Both of my duds tonight are both from 2016. So I had started them at like $49, and I've been lowering the price, and they're down to $19, and I just don't understand. But maybe if I had angled them both a different way or something, or maybe if I put
I mean, this one they're looking away from each other, angle them so they're kind of maybe looking at each other and kind of at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch that picture up.
So anyway, they're really cute in person too.
I would do like Wild West, something like that. Because I don't think your title's full. I think you can fit a couple more words in there.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Got a question for you. Are your books not selling because they're ex-library?
That's true too. I mean, I have sold them that way if they're not worth a lot of money. I mean, I've spent so many hours with my best teen scrubbing all those things off, and I got lazy. But that's a possibility. Yeah, but if they're not worth selling for a lot of money, then I don't.
All right, I have this kick-ass actual Jurassic Park dinosaur latex mask. And I had it for a year, and I had it on eBay, and I had it on Mercari, and I had it on OfferUp, and I had Facebook Marketplace. And finally, someone offered me $10, and I said, "Hell yes!"
That's a cool mask for right.
It is, and that's one thing about your duds. If someone offers you any money and they've been around too long, just get rid of it. Don't hold out for no. I want 12. Just yes. Someone came with a $10 bill plus shipping. I said, bye bye, bye bye.
We just had a really awesome sale. 2 coffee mugs for $49.99 from Mauna Kea Beach Hotel in Hawaii.
Nice. All right, I've got this cool old school looking Chief Wahoo Cleveland Indians t-shirt that used to be Stacy's. It's a size small. And man, I never even had a nibble on it. And they've gotten rid of Chief Wahoo on fan apparel. And so I thought, man, this ought to be cool because this is even though it's a more modern shirt, it's the older Chief Wahoo. And I'm shocked no one's ever made an offer. So if someone likes it, I have free shipping. I will happily take $12 for it. Tiki Bug Music on eBay.
What size is it? Small. That's probably why too.
All right, now it's time for where in the world did our stuff go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are giving up the chance to sell to 7.3 billion with a B potential customers with the big old B. And right now, international. Yesterday and today are the only 2 days in like 3 weeks I haven't shipped internationally. Wow. Everyone's buying. And although people are shopping a lot online, there's less mail, and my stuff's getting internationally within a week, just going first class. So people are buying.
Okay, this is a set of Calvin and Hobbes, a complete set, new in the box. It's a consignment, and I sold it for $79. It's going to Winnipeg, Canada. And they paid as much to ship it as they did for the books.
Nice. Now, Deb got the easy Winnipeg. Mine is Terengganu, Malaysia. But I really wanted to show this one because here's why we tell you you've got to list everything internationally. This is from Ebbets Pass Lumber, Ace Hardware, and the employee's name was Arnold, and it's off to Malaysia. Now, in a million years, I never would have guessed this would go to Malaysia.
For sure.
And the guy's name was not Arnold. But look, you never know where your stuff's going to go. Why in the world does this person in Malaysia want this hat? I don't know, but they paid me $25 plus shipping, and I paid $25 for the hat.
Nice.
All right, so we're going to do one more segment and then bring in Tony on, and we're doing a combo tonight. We're doing a combo shipping tips of the week. Oh, wait, I forgot this part. You have got to be shipping me little tips and tricks, what to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping. And Debbie sent me a Tiki mug, so let's live open it and see how she did on her shipping. Because anybody that watches our show should know how to do this, so let's find out. I do like your little sticker.
Oh, my Scan Me? Oh, yeah, we put those on all of them.
I like that quite a bit.
I buy them on eBay, like $6.99 for like 500 of them.
All right, nice.
If it's packed well, Bill packed it. I mean, I packed it. If it's not packed well, Bill packed it.
There's no movement, so that's always good. And I like your use of your eBay box, your eBay tape. Come on. I didn't have my razor with me. There we go. All right. Air pillows surrounding a box with a mug in it. Woo-doo. God dang, that's a big box.
Yeah. This was an easier mug to ship for sure.
Look at all the air pillows. So, yeah, that is easy. And my mom said Deb packed mine fantastically.
Yeah.
So my wife hasn't seen this mug yet. I think she missed it totally online. So she'll be surprised to see this cool ass mug.
I was going to use mine to drink out of tonight, but I didn't want to ruin your surprise.
I'm assuming you put the pool noodle in there to hold it.
Bill did, yeah, because it was in that styrofoam. It had a little movement.
Yeah, but even though it's in styrofoam cup for it, I could see it had a little movement without this. So 1,004 uses for the pool noodle, not a big piece.
Yep. Really nice when it came in its own styrofoam.
Yeah, so this is from Jungle Bird. It's a tiki bar up near Deb in Sacramento. And I am shocked no one's done a mug like this before.
Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my, it's hard to see the color. It's that beautiful, my grandparents had in their house color back in the 40s.
How cool is that?
I just can't figure out how to drink out of it though, because if you
straw for sure.
If you do it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
That was unlimited. I texted Jason. They only sold 250, and I texted him and all my friends, and they said, "Yep, get me one." And that thing sold out within a few hours.
So Debbie, Stacy says, "Ooh."
Ooh.
Okay to Phoenix says, "What is the please scan me sticker for?"
It's just to remind the post office to please scan it. Because, if something when you have looking at a bunch of boxes, they might forget. And scanning it, then I know for sure it's going to show up, my tracking and everything. And so I've been using those for years and years.
And Becky says, "Yep, I got shipping supplies. Yoo! I got some air pillows. Yoo!
Yay!
So good job, Deb. I knew it would be, but I thought it'd be fun. All right, real quick, before we get Tony in here, if you're in the Secret Beach, we took last week off from the store reviews. We're back this week with Roy Salinas tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll be having some cocktails. We are doing it at 7 p.m. East Coast, 4 p.m. West Coast.
Nice.
So tune in for that. And then again, Saturday, don't forget. Now, here's the one thing I keep forgetting to tell people. Besides teaching you what you have that's going to sell for a lot of money, I'm going to teach you the things you have that is worthless. But if you read the internet, you might think they're worth a lot of money. So I'm going to teach you the things to skip too.
Good plan.
And I'm going to show you how to sell on eBay and Mercari, because Mercari is pretty easy. Pretty good way to sell. But please take that thriftingclass.com, share it with your friends who are stuck at home without their jobs right now. I want y'all who are watching it right now to join us, but I also want everybody to join us that isn't working, who has never sold online before. And then Mom and I are going to be talking about throwing a 50% off sale in your eBay store. So I'm just finishing up one right now. Mom started one. I'll start a fresh one on Sunday to show you how to do it and how to be selective. And so we're going to talk about moving some old products.
That's brave, but that's good.
And then next week's going to be a badass show. Not that tonight isn't going to be, but we're going international next week. Since we always talk about it, my buddy Lee Graham used to live in Australia, now lives in the United States. So we're going to talk the difference between eBay Australia and eBay US. And Craig Dawson from Two Dogs Digs and Craft Canadian reseller group, he's going to be my co-host, so he can talk about eBay Canada, and he sells on eBay Canada and USA Canada. So we can talk the differences around the world, because it is one tiny community and we should all be selling around the world anyway. So we're going to hear about how Lee is handling the change from Australia eBay to America eBay.
And they're both really fun guys.
Fun guys. And now it's time for the man, the myth, the almost legend, Tony Boss. Hello, Tony. What's happening, brother?
I'm here.
I like your little Wu-Tang message to me when I was sharing the CD. Now, I didn't even know that CD existed till I ran across it. But now I'm on the hunt for more, because I know someone's going to misprice that on some platform, and I'm going to scoop it up and sell it again.
Oh, yeah. Anything Wu-Tang, and especially the RZA, that's a classic album right there. I've sold a few of his singles on 12-inch lately, and I got like $30 for them. But no problem. Good stuff.
Good stuff. All right. So we're talking Lego tonight, and the first tip I want to give is there's no S ever.
Yeah.
It's just Lego.
I failed as a parent in the 80s, teaching my kids to say, when I was screaming, "Put your Legos away."
One Lego is Lego, 10 Legos is Lego. That's it.
I guess beer is beer. Well, their beers are beers. I don't know.
I wish I still had the Legos that I had when I was a kid. Those vintage ones go for good money too.
Yeah.
We had a hospital set. And so, yeah, I wish I had. That was probably 1980, maybe. Build a hospital on a little green lawn. Yeah, I wish I still had that, because that would be worth some money.
Just think of all the Legos in the bottom of the dump right now. Didn't make it.
God.
All right. So what we're talking about tonight is, because you go to the thrift stores and you go to the wall of baggies a lot of times. Like, sometimes you find the full sets in the box. That's great. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, you see a baggie just full of pieces. You see a garage sale where they just got a tub with it all dumped inside. And you're like, what do I do with that?
Or you walk out to the side of your house and you find the bin that's been sitting there for a while. I think it's my kids. I don't remember.
I was going to say, true story, Deb.
That's what I was going to tell. Tony had posted in his group about Lego. and it inspired me. And I thought, that's it. I'm going through these Lego. And I went out and got them, but I had to wash them all because they're pretty gnarly, some of them. So that's what started this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Do I do by the pound or do I do each? So I sent Tony an SOS. Well, you got to come help me.
I'm here.
All right. So first question from the chat. Have you ever made a Lego tiki mug?
I have not, but I do have a little pineapple right here.
Oh, we have a little tiny wine
And
glass.
a little palm tree,
Nice.
which you should have next to your tiki mugs.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
There we go. All right. So, whoops. Woo. There we go. All right. So, okay, I didn't do that. I wasn't touching anything. Tony's somehow taking over the show.
You go,
Let
Tony.
me explain something really quick. The Quack Boss right here,
Yeah.
that is my son's YouTube name, and I am wondering why it's there for something. That's my son, so he may get some new subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, yes. The Quack Box bot
The Quack Boss.
on YouTube.
Nice.
Well.
All right. So let's just jump right into it and let you explain how you sort, because that's the key. When you get a pile, you don't just want to sell the pile, right, Tony?
Right, true. So let's start with a little intro. Lego, or plastic gold, was in April number 7 on the top 10 eBay solds. So let that sink in. And after learning that fun fact, the nickname plastic gold makes complete sense, does it not?
Oh yeah.
And it also refers to the fact that in some cases Legos are worth more than gold.
Wow. Yeah.
So here's another fun fact. There are 404,000 existing Lego listings on eBay.
Oh my gosh.
That's new and used, and there are 135,000 used sold Legos on eBay in the sold history.
Wow.
And the question is, do you want to get in on this bonanza that's going on?
Do you want to make money?
Yes, sir. A short little history of Lego is that the Lego group began in a workshop of Kirk Christensen in Denmark, and in 1934, the company came to be called Lego, and 13 years later, in 1947, Lego expanded to begin producing an early version of its now famous interlocking bricks that we all know and love.
I didn't know they were that old, the company.
Yes.
I didn't either.
Very old. They are vintage. So the first thing I want you to do, or actually another thing before we get into that, the first thing I want to convey to you is that I am not a Lego expert. That
What?
takes
Show's over.
Darn, I picked the wrong person.
That takes a lifetime of commitment, and there's a gap, a big gap in between there when I collected Legos as a kid and now. I don't collect really. I do have some. I will not lie to you. I do want you to know that with a little research, you can get enough knowledge to know what to do if you find some in the wild, and that is what I hope to teach to you tonight.
Can I show you one small pile of my 23 pounds?
Show me. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's just part of
and bricks. I see some Technics in there just for you, flashing them in front of me.
Oh, good. Yay.
So I gained, all the knowledge from playing with the map as a kid. And, the fact that they are accessible everywhere kind of made it a natural transition to add to my niches. So I may not be a Lego expert, but I am an expert in studying sales history and storing and absorbing data. That is kind of, a trait consistent with the people in the reseller community, is it not?
Yep.
Sure is. So
you don't have to be an expert at something to be able to sell it and pay attention to it.
Right. So for the purposes of this discussion, I want to talk about reselling used Lego, mainly because it's everywhere. Like you said before, it's garage sales, flea markets, local sites, Facebook Marketplace, thrift stores, everywhere, under your feet.
Your kid's bedroom.
Yes.
I was going to say, how many times have I stepped on those things?
Yeah. You know, you can buy new Lego and resell them, but I believe there's more profit in selling used Legos because it can be acquired pretty cheap. I can get it for $2-3 a pound, and sold fast. You know, there are exceptions to every rule, but I believe the fast money is in buying used Legos. And most people, like you said, think that when you acquire Lego that they should be sold by the pound. And in some cases, yes. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to show you what that is, or why that is not what I do, and give you the evidence to support the way that I do it. And again, you know, there's exceptions to every rule. So the very first thing I want you to do when you're looking at that big fat pile of Legos and you're scared, you're like, what the bleep do I do with all this? It's stressing me out just thinking about it. But the first thing I want you to do is authenticate and remove all the imposters. Get rid of the Mega Blocks, the Connects, or any of the knockoffs. Don't even bother with them. Throw them right in the garbage because the money is in the Legos. And collectors will be upset if they find fakes in their purchases.
Yeah.
Most Lego will have identifying marks on them. They will have a Lego logo on each of the male parts, I guess I call them, on the tops, the little nipples, I guess, if you want to call them. And they'll also be a part number on most pieces for you to use for research underneath the female area. And it will also have a Lego trademark on the bottom as well. And you can tell a difference in quality once you have dealt with them for a bit. The Lego Group's motto, if some people may know this, is only the best is good enough. And you will notice the quality difference eventually, because I mean, it's obvious to me between like the Fakos and the Mega Blocks, whatever.
Yeah.
So second thing I want you to do, some of you may want to write this down. I'm just saying.
Well, the good news is they watch the replay.
Or you can watch the replay. Hey, that is cool. What's up? So second thing I want you to do is remove all the Legos that are discolored, nicked, or heavily scratched. Removing the damaged pieces will keep your customers happy and your feedback in the positive area. So technically, you could have started with the sanitizing that a lot of people do. If you don't do it, it's pretty gross what kids do with toys. So I've sanitized my stuff. So you could have started with sanitizing first, but I like to remove the items that shouldn't be in with the Legos first. You know,
mean the batteries and the rocks and the pennies? I had everything. You know,
yes, there's like candy wrappers and lollipop sticks, and
remember those little plastic beads that you put on the frame and you iron it, and that's full of those. Thankfully, they were all floating to the top, so I could.
Yep. So you had it. You had it right here. So there's a few ways that you can clean them. You can soak them in lukewarm water and use dish soaps in a tub. And that's exactly what you did here.
Yeah, with just a splash of bleach.
That works too, you know. But I actually use a mesh bag. Darn it, I don't. Oh, wait. The beach bag.
There it is.
There it is. Prop number 1.
Yay. I knew that was gonna be one.
You can use a mesh bag. I will actually put them all in a pillowcase and then in the mesh bag and knot that sucker up so it doesn't ruin my washer. And you put them on a gentle cycle and with cold wash. Okay.
Oh, I wish I would have asked you this before I stood at the for hour. I spent hours washing these.
It's actually good that you got hands-on with them because you probably got a little more familiar with the pieces.
Yeah. I sorted them.
Sometimes you'll need to use like a toothbrush or a fingernail brush or whatever brush you got to get the crud off of them. You can use, here's a selling aspect. You can use the sanitizing aspect as a selling plus in your description or even your title if you got some extra room.
Now, does anybody ever put them in that bag in the dishwasher? Would that get them?
Some people do that with that thing going around like this. I don't know.
Okay.
That's just, there's YouTube videos. There's tons of YouTube videos on how to clean your Legos. But
why didn't I think about that first?
The University of YouTube.
Yes, I've learned lots there and learned a lot of misinformation. But anyways, next.
Okay.
After the sanitizing process, you want to lay them out on like a towel.
I got that part right.
With a fan on them, or in my case, and probably Jason's case, you let the Florida heat take care of them.
Or the sun. I'm in California. I did have one that was melted a little bit, so I didn't want to put them out in the hot. But
it's still cold in Cali, from what I've been told.
No, we're yesterday was like it was hot yesterday. We're having like I think 80 degrees right now.
Oh, that's what you call hot? Oh God.
Well, that's the beginning of hot. No, we get up to 120.
So at this point in the whole process, I know many of you are wondering, is all of this worth your time? This is a lot of time invested. And I believe that it is worth the time. And I know that there are members of the thrifting board that agree with me. Next, we go to the sorting. And I have a little graphic, or not a graphic, but that little tray. I don't know if you have.
Sorry, that's hold on. That's
we just have that photo.
You can get anything. You could buy a bunch of bins from the dollar store if you want to.
There you go.
But this I got from Harbor Freight, and I just sit this on the floor, sit it on the table, and separate by color. I use those trays. And I separate by the color and specialty pieces. And when those trays get filled, like the blue, the yellow, the red, they need to go in Ziplocs. When they get up full, I put them in Ziplocs. You can never have enough Ziplocs. I do recommend you sit up at a table so your legs don't get tired and they fall asleep. When you try to stand up, you fall on your butt. Because I actually most of the time do it sitting down watching TV. So don't do what I do, folks. So another thing I want to tell you is that a lot of people have kids. Don't be afraid to have your kids involved in this process. So
that's why you have kids, to make them do the work.
Yeah. So now I want to give some ideas on what lots to make while sorting. I supplied Jason and Deb with some examples of sold lots for each of the 20 tips on lots that you should be making for beginners. I gave some examples. I could have picked the highest sold listings and just blown your mind, okay? But for the purpose of this discussion, I wanted to give you good, achievable examples of lots to make. If you spend $100 on a bunch of Legos, that you should probably be able to make some of these lots.
And these are probably easier to find, don't you think, than the actual Star Wars or the Harry Potter?
Yeah, you're always going to find those pieces mixed in.
Okay.
With most boys are going to have at least one Star Wars set, and there's going to be a couple minifigs in there, or Harry Potter.
Okay.
So I like to keep my lots under £1 so that I can get the best deal with my first class shipping. But I always have priority as a secondary upgrade, you know, and that kind of, it doesn't matter what you're selling, you should always have other options.
Right.
Because I factor in free shipping into my price. And when they do the upgrade to priority, bang, bang, double win.
Bang, bang. I like it.
Bonus tip.
So, a little side note before we get into the meat and potatoes is I have researched YouTube, and there's a ton of dated and bad info about reselling Legos. A ton. There's nothing good on there.
Wow.
You know, that may have been done on purpose, but what I'm going to show you tonight is not anywhere on YouTube except on Jason's.
Ooh, we have an exclusive.
What size Ziplocs do you use, Tony?
I use sandwich bags and I use the gallon bags. Another thing that I do is when I will do a secondary sort. When I do get like a bunch of, say, gray Legos, I will go through them and separate the specialty pieces in there, like the plates and the wedges and the wings. And I will put those in grocery bags. I'll put the Ziploc bag in the grocery bag. So if it's in the grocery bag, it's done. I don't have to mess with it ever again. So number one, you ready with numero uno?
I am ready with numero uno, and I even got a fun graphic for it. Here we go. There we go.
Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Sorry. I got to get rid of it. Minifigs or minifigures are where you can make real money for this little tiny thing. And I don't know who this is, but there are Legos out there that are worth thousands, or minifigs. I mean, this could be worth $50 and it's like 0.1 ounces. It's nothing.
That's crazy.
They're animals, reptiles, dinosaurs, whatever imaginary character that YouTube designer or the Lego designers came up with. So this is a big roadblock for many sellers. Many are stumped with how to identify minifigs, and I was. I had a rare moment of an epiphany the other day that, wait a minute, there's this thing called Google image search.
Ah.
Why don't I take a picture of this thing, upload it to Google Drive, and check Google image search? And sure as bleep, it showed up. And I didn't have to search through millions of minifigures to find out what it's called. Another thing, because it doesn't work all the time using Google image search, is to use Bricklink. And to expand on Bricklink, Bricklink is the best and most complete Lego database out there, as well as also being a selling platform. I don't use it for selling because I don't really grasp it. I am an eBay guy. Okay. So you can use Bricklink. Say, let me have this guy right here.
How fun.
This guy has a white torso. You can go into Bricklink, go up to the search bar and type in white torso.
Oh, I have a little guy.
And hey, there's a white torso. So what you're gonna do with that, first you want to look at it and guess like, what genre of Lego could this be? This one actually might be like a superhero because he's got a little mask on. So you want to look through those genres first. But if you have no clue, just, hey, look at that. You go to Bricklink, you type in white torsos, and there's probably 600 examples, and you're going to have to go through all those and figure that out. Hopefully, Google image search works for you. You know, it's difficult. You're gonna get better at it. You know,
Don't sometimes they take the head off or the arms off and they rebuild them so you have a mixed mashed little person?
yes.
Okay. Oh, that makes it even more fun.
So that's another thing. I did say that you should not be selling stuff by the pound, okay? But when you have those mixed and matched pieces, you're never gonna find the matching articles that go with each other. So
yeah,
you can sell right here. Actually, I don't think I provided a lot of 1 pound of Legos. They go for probably like $100. I think around $100.
A pound?
For a pound
Of Legos?
of minifigures.
Oh, minifigs. Oh, okay. I don't have 22.
Yeah, don't just throw all your blue bricks in a bag for a pound. Think you're getting $100.
Yeah, but
I said $300 right here.
I got a few hundred. But what I was gonna say is that you can also add in the accessories. See, like the little lightsabers and stuff on the Star Wars lot. You can add in those things to weigh down the pound of Legos. So, well, I don't advise you to sell pounds of much Legos. That is one of the exceptions to the rule. You can also to identify some Legos, you can join some Facebook groups. There's a ton of them out there, but you know, you should be prepared, just like the thrifting board, to be humbled, and you have to explain the research that you did and what you did in your failed attempt to find out.
Okay.
And the reason that we always ask that, and other groups ask that, is because I am always quick to go look myself to try and help somebody, but I'm not going to go look the same place they already looked, but I don't know where they looked.
Right. If they didn't take the time, why should you? Okay.
Yeah, I'll look for anybody because I'm good at research. But tell me what you did, because I won't go do that. I'll go do something else.
So look at this. These are just random Lego or Star Wars figures, and not many of them I even know what they are. There's Leia. There's C-3PO, or not C-3PO.
No, R2-D2.
Oh, there's C-3PO at the top. You know, a lot of those are just randoms. You know, and you got $100, you know, out of that. All right, let's
29 bits too. So
yeah, and here we have an example of Lego Lord of the Rings and some like castle figures. You know, look, there's 1, 2, 3, you know, 15, 20 in there. You get $70. It's, you know, you find you want to kind of lot them up like they did. If none of those are big sellers or go for a lot, when you lot them up like this, you know, there's a lot of older folks that still play with Legos, and they will buy this lot in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move on to example number 2.
So,
unless you got a question.
Yeah, we do have a question real quick. Do you source eBay, finding stuff to flip back on eBay? Yes, Tony and I, we never talked about Lego, but we have talked music quite a bit. We both source online.
I source everywhere. I own my own business, so I am usually, you know, sweating it out, hanging doors during the day. So I don't have time to really park myself at the thrift store all day. That would be nice, but it's not the case with me. So, you know, every night when I lay down to go to bed, I usually am looking at my saved searches. You know, if you don't have 100 saved searches, you got problems, man. What's wrong with you? Get on it.
You got problems, man. Hey, man.
I wish there were 200 saved searches, because 100 is not. I always have to get rid of stuff. You know,
and you can have safe searches on other platforms too, so you should be using all those. And that good idea for a show,
right? Right. So
here, I'm how to do it next week. There we go.
Right. So here we have minifig accessories. they're like specialty pieces, like swords and guns and such. And like I said before, you can combine these with the minifigs to kind of weigh down the bag. You know, if you're selling a pound of random minifigures, this will help get you to that pound. Yeah, these you can sell these in lots. Let's go to the next graphic.
Pew pew.
Check this out. $22 for, you know, what is that gonna weigh? Like a couple. Nothing.
Nothing.
Barely first class. You can put that in an envelope.
Yeah.
$22 for, you know, 20 little sabers and
Wow.
whatever those things are. Deb, I guarantee you got a lot of that stuff in that little pile. You got $20 in there just sitting on the bottom.
Probably.
Here, Linda said that's a lot. I think she was referring more to this.
Hey, Linda.
That's a lot of Legos in the pile. I see pain, and I just had this ready to go. I hope you step on a Lego. See all the fun you can do. See
you know, that lot right there probably should have gone for a lot more. I don't really enjoy.
I think the picture is too far back. I think it should have been pushed together a little bit more and actually turned and squared up. That picture would have been better.
And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. And I know that the members of the thrifting board can do better than that.
And this is on auction. So we never do auctions. You know, so I think when you do an auction like this, you lose, you know, but they probably have more on Buy It Now.
Deb, that's where I come in.
Oh, yay.
That's where I come in. Swipe this for nothing.
So if the minifigs are missing an arm, a helmet, we still lot them up, or we actually search for the helmet?
Well, it depends. Like if I have a valuable minifig, the arm, you know, could be just plain black. Of course, I can get one of those. You know, I'm resourceful. I'm gonna go look at least in this little bag here full of, you know, accessories to see if I can find it and maximize my profits.
Heck yeah.
All day, baby, twice on Sunday. So number trace are plants, trees, bushes, flowers, vines, foliage. These they come from many different Lego genre, from city to Jurassic World to Lego Friends. The Lego always seems to find a way to work in the foliage.
Jason, can you enlarge that, please?
That's as big as it gets.
I think I threw some of these away. I thought they were some other product. Uh-oh.
I don't need foliage.
I didn't know what it was. It didn't look like a Lego.
No, a lot of the times I did, when I looked at your pile, I did see some Fakos in there.
Okay.
And those are notoriously fake.
Okay. So maybe I did the right thing.
And like I was saying before, you can usually tell the quality difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, $65. That's probably not even a pound.
Wow.
Gold, baby, gold.
If you notice, most of these titles are crappy. They're not even filling them up. Like you should have palm tree and evergreen, or what? I mean, I see both those things in there.
Well, that's the beauty. I'm searching auctions. I'm looking for these kind of sellers to buy from and sell for this much. Right here. Okay. Do we have another example?
And by the way, even though this is someone else listening, Shrubs doesn't have a C.
Oh.
Scrubs. Now here's a much better title.
Is that cool right there? Look, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Oh my gosh, is that $43?
Yes.
No, 49.
49. Oh, see, I can't see.
That's 6 palm trees.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you probably have some of these in that box.
I hope so. Now, see, they use the keywords. They have pirates in there, and they have vintage.
Right. They did a good job. They are on top of it.
Good title. They got a good price. Decent picture.
Yeah.
Yep. Displayed well. Very well. Very good job. Thumbs up. Check this out. You know, look, this is another auction. I think these probably went for too much because you see in the back, those are the same palm trees that sold alone for $50.
Oh yeah.
And then,
That was a good arbitrage opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah. And all the rest of this, there's $100 sitting right there. You know?
We know what Rich and Nyla are thinking about. Looks like weed.
Anyways, yeah, those are 3 good examples. All realistic lots that you can make if you find a decent amount of Legos. All right, let's go to numero 4. Oh, we're windows and doors. I mean, is there much to explain about this? There's not much to explain about this. But look, there's 53 of them there. That may be pushing it a little. If you find a nice little score, you could at least find half that many, you know.
Yeah.
And that weighs nothing. I pay $2-3 tops for Legos, or for a pound of Legos. That is not even a half a pound.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks big, but it isn't really. But you know, in that picture, you're like, oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Right. It is a horrible picture. Again, you guys at the thrifting board, I know you can do better than this.
Yeah. That's why we have you here to teach us.
Yes. Let's check out the next one. Look at that horrible picture. Again, 49 windows. These are gray. It's cool to match the colors also, but you don't necessarily have to. You know, most kids don't care. They're like, I want to put a window and a door here. I'm not going to sift through a bazillion Legos to find the right color. But you know, the older guys, they might. So that's windows and doors right there. Easily, you could make a lot like that. You turn $2-3 into 40. Here we go. This is example number 5 of colors that I would sell by the pound. Tan and brown. Check that out. There's 5 pounds there. That's $100.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just a bunch of tan.
It's just a hot mess.
It's just a hot mess. It's just you get a big pile of them and throw them in there. And I want to give you some more examples of different colors that you can sell by the pound. I probably wouldn't. I would still break them down, but there's other colors that do sell well by the pound. Sand green, sand blue, olive green, and there's a few others. So keep an eye out for those different colors.
Okay.
All right, we have another example. Look at that.
Ooh.
1.5 pounds. $50. Wow. All day.
Nice.
All day, every day.
Every day. Every day. All right. Number 6.
What an awful photo.
It's horrible. I mean, most of these pictures are god awful. The thrifting board can do better. I know this. These are compartments, lockers, cabinets, drawers, mailbox, chests.
Wow.
Let me make you big. There you go.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Oh, I broke it.
Did you just break it?
I have a treasure chest. We do have one treasure chest.
Yeah. So, you know, find a few of them and you can, you know, $10-15. I've sold one thing I do have done before is I have a treasure chest and I find a couple of the barrels and I'll stick it full of like the little money pieces, the coins and the little dollar bills and like the little translucent parts that I'll cover later. They look like little diamonds or jewels.
Oh wow.
And I sold it for $20.
Just for all that in that little thing?
Yeah.
Woo! I have some of the gold coins.
Yes.
And a treasure chest. I'm loaded.
In there.
You're rich, Debs.
I'm rich.
Yes. Yeah, so basically, you know, that's just a bunch of them. It's $35.
Wow,
that weighs nothing. There's another one. You know, these are, you know, you find these in like the fire department or the police department sets, and some Lego builds will have like an oven or like stuff like that, you know.
This gives me hope that because I don't have the sets. I mean, my kids had the box sets. I don't know what happened to those.
Well, here's the thing, Deb. You can, when you make lots that you think you can get some decent coin out of, you still have the other pieces that you can save for when you find more. You're like, ooh, I'm gonna buy this stuff because I know I can complete this other lot that I have like half the amount of this. So you can squeeze so much out of a pound of Legos. It's ridiculous. What are we on? We are on compartments. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 7, fences and rails. Check this bad boy out.
Oh, a detour sign or an end of the road sign?
There's police on there.
Oh, it's got police.
Can't really see it. There's different ones. A picket fence, and like the rails, the horse fences.
So you just put all those together, even though.
Yes and no. I will, if you search solds on these, you'll find, you know, 20 of these.
Okay.
$20. You know, these actually are one of the most you can get the most for these. You probably 6 or 7 of these. You know, $20.
Wow.
Fences and rails. You know, those are usually city pieces and they're used for house builds. I sold a few, you know, a few times, and you know, once you get a significant lot together, they always sell quick. Let's check the next one.
Do you dabble anything else besides Lego?
CDs, tapes, records.
Did you like Playmobil Connects? Do you do any of those?
Playmobil, yes, sir. I love Playmobil. Playmobil sells well. You know, even if you just have the figures, and you know, look at that. And there's another. Those are like the rails. You know,
When you're at a concert, those kind of
together a rock concert little situation. You know, a lot of people will use these ones for their bicycles to park their little bikes in.
Oh my gosh, how fun!
Whatever, you know. All right, next, number 8. Oh, there's more. See, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these.
Wow.
$27.
Yeah, and 10. What could those weigh? Like an ounce?
Nothing. They weigh nothing. All right. This Technics. These are Technic pieces. These sell the fastest for me. These are for kind of advanced builders where you get into engineering, and you know, they're actually kind of for older people who still like to build Lego stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's this YouTube video where there's all these little balls, little basketballs, and go through this crazy maze, and it's an engineering feat, and I'm guessing that you guys have never seen that. I'm a dork.
I saw one of marbles going down down the mountain.
well, that video that I'm talking about, they used Lego or Technics.
Okay.
So Technics are, let me get my example. These angle beams.
All right, Chris, we're trying not to say Legos.
Lego. Did I say Legos?
I don't know.
You and Debbie are having a competition who can say Legos more times.
Is that a drinking game? Are you guys all?
If you say Legos, take a drink.
I'm drunk then. You see these ones, they have the little pins in them.
I have those. I know.
Holes. These are my best sellers. They sell the fastest.
I got those.
You can make fancy little cars out of them.
Okay.
They have more in-depth specialty pieces.
Glad I didn't throw those away because they didn't look like Legos.
Yes, I'm glad you didn't, because those I get my most money for, and they sell fast.
Now, is that considered technique?
That's a Technic.
Technic. Okay.
Technic. Or technique, whatever.
Legos.
They are basically a much more complex Lego for the
They're probably not as popular, right?
connoisseur. These are crazy. I sell these.
I mean, it's easy to find. I've never seen
Right.
them. Okay.
But most sets will have a few of these in them.
Okay, good to know.
Like if you get a car build, the axles underneath will usually have some of these, and there'll usually be some parts on a set that will have some of these.
And the good thing is we know these words now. We can go on eBay and look for Technic. We can
go and look. It'll blow your mind.
Yeah, that's good.
Look at this. $80. Wow. I mean,
Goodness.
yeah. It's not even a pound. It's not even close to a pound. Might be a half a pound.
Nice. This is fun.
And these, check this out. These are just random colors. But they just sort them out in like the different lengths. You measure them by how many of those little holes are on them, or like the notches on the top.
Okay.
See in the description it says 1 by 16, 1 by 14, 1 by 10. That's how you measure them.
Okay.
And yeah, there's huge money in these, and I love these. I always eye the piles of Legos with those. Look at that, man. $60 for 12 wheels.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I got wheels.
I got some wheels. Before we move on to getting more into the wheels, couple questions. Craig and Rick want to know, our thrift stores, when open, we're pricing small bags for $7 to $10 each. Is that worth it? I'm going to guess it kind of depends on what's in there at that price.
Yeah, if you spy some Minifigs in there, I might grab it. If you got some Technic parts in there, maybe. If they're sandwich bags, some Goodwills go a little nuts. They go a little crazy, and I will have to pass on those. But you can find them.
What about empty boxes of like whole sets and the booklets?
Empty boxes. You can sell those. I sell the booklets, or I'm going to sell the booklets. I have a big fat pile of them. If you have the booklet and the box, you could probably sell that. Because there's somebody out there who has rebuilt this set or found half of it in a Lego buy that they found and completed it. And if you can find the booklet and the box, then your Lego is worth exponentially more.
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking tires.
Tires.
What are those little silver things? Are those like crowbars or something?
Those are axles.
Okay.
Pins. They are proprietary to the Technics. And they will go here. I got one right here. It goes in the little hole.
Whoops.
Okay.
Whoop, and into the wheel. Or
Okay.
There's a little pin that will go there and into the wheel. But anyways.
I might have to dig through our trash and get some things back out.
Right. If you don't learn anything tonight, remember the word Technics, because they are my faves.
Okay.
Now I can answer this one. If you have a set and you think it's complete, should you go through and make it sure? That would be with anything. So if you think you have all the pieces to a Monopoly game, for sure, before you say complete, you've got to make sure it's complete. There's no two ways about it.
Right. And with that, I want to give a shout out to Ian Jex, who's in your group. That's what he does. He will find half completed sets, and he will go through the steps of completing those sets. And I didn't mention this before, but you can use Bricklink to find the exact pieces that you're missing. Say you're missing 6 pieces. You can go on Bricklink and buy those 6 pieces from one person, and then they'll come in the mail, and you'll be happy because you'll be able to put 100% complete in your title, and you'll be golden.
Nice.
All right, base plates. Look at this. $124.99 plus shipping. There's 20 plates there.
Wow.
These right here, the roads, or the runways, if you know, however you're going to use them, those are the ones that when you find them, you grab them.
So they're printed. Something's printed on those. Okay.
Right, and the plain ones, you know, you get $5-10 out of those.
Okay.
But these are the ones that if you have a few of them and you can make like a design out of them. Let's go to the next picture.
Yeah, I don't have any of those currently, but I'm gonna go find them.
Actually, I'll re-talk about that in a minute. See, there's just 27 of them. You're gonna find when you buy a lot of Legos, there should probably be a few of these in there, and eventually, after you buy enough sets of them, you'll have a lot like this, or enough Lego buys, you'll have a lot like this. And I think the big ones are actually vintage, if I'm not correct.
Everything's marked Lego, right?
Yes, they'll say Lego on the little nipples. I'm not sure if that's actually what the terminology is.
The bump? You mean like the bump?
The bump. Let's call it a bump. I kind of like nipple better.
No, I like nipples better.
I tried, ladies.
Okay, so here you go again. $100. There's 9 of them.
Okay.
So if you see these, jump on them and protect them with your body.
Not your nipples, your whole body.
You will not have these. These are mine now.
And this picture ain't so good. They're coming at it from one side. Like, yeah.
No, yeah, another example
On the
of
bedspread.
horrible pictures. But in their defense, that might be kind of difficult to photograph. Here we go. I just did base plates, and we are before we get into this, I have a little tip to add in. Custom builds. Some of you like to get a little creative with your builds, or you learn stuff from building. I want to show you a little something that I made. Check out my wood furnace, and my grill.
Nice.
And my matching grill.
Yes.
I can sell that for $10 all day.
Oh, because you put
that
it
little
together.
thing. And these are common pieces. Maybe not so much the flames, but they are pretty common. You know, these are just gray, dark gray wedges, and these are like the little wood pieces. I have tons of these. I can make these. I could probably make 10 of these.
Now, did you have a plan to follow, or did you just kind of create it by looking at your pieces?
Some you can create by looking at pieces, but I learned this from building something with my daughter.
Okay.
That's cool. I can totally build that.
Okay.
It is. This is nothing. It weighs nothing.
This would be really fun for young kids who are bored and who sheltered at home and want to build and sell them.
Oh,
Fun.
yeah. We'll talk about that actually in a little bit. Okay, number 10 are these larger plates. Example number 10 are the larger plates. This 297 pieces of, I don't know why people say dark bluish. It makes absolutely no sense. They're gray, man.
I was going to say, I don't see dark.
Gray is gray is gray.
But they're all 6 by 6. You see there's 6 nipples. Nipples.
Okay.
And they're all the same. You know, that actually may be a pound, maybe a little more than a pound. But that you can see that there's $9.99 shipping, and I guarantee those will fit in a padded flat rate.
Yeah, they have economy. I'm like, what? There ain't no economy. It's going to be priority.
Right. They're short. They're selling themselves short there. They're getting their listing pigeonholed. Lego Duplo plates. Check these out, man. A lot of people think that Duplos are like the baby Legos.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they're worthless. Exhibit A. No, they are not.
Oh, good. I think I have Duplos up in our private pile.
And talk about perfect timing. Anna just said, how well do Lego Duplo sell?
You know, they sell very well. I sell them on eBay and Marketplace. I actually will try Marketplace first because, you know, they're big and they are bulky, and, you know, I can hear your mother getting angry at me for not wanting to ship large items. but you know, they don't weigh any. They weigh a little bit more, and they're, you know, if you can sell them on Marketplace quick, they sell fast. You know, that's where I bought my Duplos for my kids, is on Marketplace. I'm not gonna pay full price for anything. I'm too smart. All right, let's go to the next one. Here you go. 6x10 white 45 piece lot. You know, $27.99. You can make a lot like this with enough Legos easily.
Drink.
And drink? Did you say drink?
Legos. Drink.
I am going to rebel against this for the rest of my life. I will call them Legos.
It's ingrained in me.
Yeah, it's plural. It's natural grammar. It's plural.
Right. That's true. Yes, that was my defense. But what I was gonna say is that, you know, you could totally make a lot like this, 6x10s, and when you separate into color, that's when I go in to my big bag of white Legos and I look for all my 6x10s. Make a lot like this. All my 8x10s make a lot like this. And my 10x10s make a lot like this. So that's how I break them down.
More wheels.
Oh, we are on number 11. Wheels. Check that out. $33.15 plus $10.95. Now this person may have shorted themselves because 4 of these wheels will go for $25 to $20.
No way.
And these are Mindstorm, which are in the Technic genre. So these are Technics, basically.
Okay. And see, here again, we have an auction. So I'm always, you know, I do once in a while. I'm not against auctions, but it just seems like sometimes when we're price comparison, auctions sell for less than I buy it now, or, you know.
Yeah, I'm not
thinking. I guess it's quicker.
If I got some cruddy clothing I'm trying to get rid of, I might use auctions, but I rarely do. But to each his own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So here we go with some yellow. See how the other ones were white? The wheel wells were white. These are yellow.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to break them down like that, but it will help them sell for more. These are all just yellow wheels, you know. When I make a lot, I like to make sure that the numbers are even. See, there's 3 up here at the top and then 3. I don't really like that. That may have been just because that's all they had, and they're like, screw it. Maybe they'll make a tricycle. Whatever. But I like to keep it even.
Okay.
How about just a bunch of unicycles?
Hey, Unicycle City. I would love to see that. And see, here is, you know, a bunch of randoms. And you see there's 2 of those Technic wheels in there. That's $10 right there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Someone said, act the typos here. There's a lot of misspellings in this title. Make sure to check your letters. There'll be a little red squiggly line if you mess up a word like vehicle.
That might be another language, maybe in Spain. Or
vehicle. Wheels, you know, you can lot them up. Big old bag. You don't have to sort them out, but you can just put a big old bag up there and be like, this big bag is $50. All right, let's go to the next one. Windshields.
Oh, I know I don't have that many windshields.
Okay, I'm a dork. Anyways, Yeah, windshield.
Okay.
I've sold these many times. You know, these are all the gray tinted ones. It's a smoke windshield, and they're trans pieces, which we will discuss actually after this.
Okay.
You know, that weighs nothing right there. That's nothing. This is nothing. This weighs nothing. You make a nice little lot of those, you got $30, and I guarantee that is first class. They charge $8.25 shipping.
Yeah.
Standard shipping, they're fooling you. It's first class.
I fool you.
I fool you. You fell for it. Here we go. It's just like a mixed color lot. I wish their lighting was a little better, but they did do a nice job of organizing them. Their
I'm loving the comments. Lego.
Awful. They must have an old crappy phone. But either way, they still made $30 out of this. This weighs nothing. Another reason why you should not sell by the pound, because this is not even close to a pound, and it's almost $30.
Okay. Yeah, this is really good.
These, here we go with Duplo again. Look at this. These are translucent Duplos. All right, did we move to trans? Yes, we're in the trans world.
Okay.
LGBT up in here.
Okay.
Anyways, shout out to my buddies. Translucents, or trans for short. These are Lego Duplo.
Okay.
And there's what? 33 of them?
Yeah.
$62.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever see a lot of Duplo, see if they got these translucent pieces in it, because it's definitely worth it.
So now, can I not say Duplos anymore? I have to say Duplo.
I don't have that answer. I do not have that answer.
Lego Duplo.
You know, here's all, these are all blue translucents. You know, there's all kinds of stuff in there. There's
Wow, that's a huge lot.
Yeah, there's windshield, but still, this does not weigh a pound.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's just windshields, walls, windows. There's little antennas and yeah, just random stuff in there.
Speaking of random stuff, whoa.
Yeah, and here's another example. You can sell these by the pound. That's, you know, $35 for a pound of trans.
But if that was yours, wouldn't you break it out and get more money?
I would pick the pieces out that I know will sell best in a lot.
All right.
And take the rest and do this.
Okay, sounds good.
At least in this picture, they filled the entire picture up.
Yeah.
They didn't put it here and then they stood way back. This is what you want to do. However, it should have been square, so it was filled this way, but at least there's not extra space you don't need to see. You don't need to see the rest of your kitchen table.
You did halfway good. So, all right, now we're done with translucent. I did want to say that the translucents are good sellers. They sell quick. Some pieces will sell faster than others, and translucents, Technics are one of my favorites to sell. Boats. Okay, I'm going to admit to something. I love to play with my Lego boats while I took a bath.
Oh, no. I was afraid that was coming.
And that's another reason why you should sanitize your Legos.
Yeah, there's a picture I got in my head.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
But
let me clean the screen off now. Let me burn away that image.
Oh God, that was. Oh, you're welcome. I just gave you the perfect opportunity to use those.
Wow.
Let me regain myself. Whew. Okay, boats. These, you know, you'll find these in your Lego buys. These will, like here they put the set numbers up in there, 7994 and 4020. So you know, most of the other pieces are pretty common. And if you just buy this little base, the boat base, you could probably make the entire set, no problem. So you're, you know, that's $70 for
So
two boats.
those are assembled, right? Those are
Those are not assembled.
that's not assembled. So that's always one whole piece like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There looks like there's, you know, the half of it's assembled.
Yeah, like they were starting to, and they're like, ah, screw it, I'm going to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you know, closet to closet, you could be right. You could make more money selling pieces, but then you're gonna have, you know, that's what Bricklink is for. You're gonna buy 4 pieces and you're gonna make $3. But you may end up having to ship a lot of stuff to make up for the lot that I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
Okay, there's exceptions to every rule. You know, I'm
Oh, yeah.
not the Lego guy, but I'm sharing with you my success stories. I've
Good.
sold all of these lots, not the exact lots. And that's another cool thing about Lego is when you make a lot, usually don't have a lot of competition. Okay, you can just put
Oh,
a bunch of random stuff together, and you have the only one of those.
okay.
So
Good
check this out, $50. This might actually have to go priority, but still, you know, you put a couple boat bases in there and you got $50.
Nice.
Boom.
You know, spend. Okay, here.
Yeah, we don't go by boat, we can go by train.
Yes, here we go. You guys may know that train people are just, they're out there with their love of trains.
Mm-hmm.
My son loves the trains. Look at this. This is just the tracks. $154 plus 22 shipping. Just the tracks.
And that's an auction, and it did good.
They use 4 words in their title.
I know. I was trying to think, what else could you have?
If you use Lego train in your lot, it will sell. I have
You could put locomotive, you could have counted them, choo-choo, you know.
Right.
Or, how a quantity would be good.
Yep.
I have this saved searches on my eBay. Lego trains. There's another thing is that Lego trains they sell brand new. The new ones are $100 or more.
Uh-oh. Those
So
are
that's
trains.
a lot of
Those
money.
are Legos. Oops.
Lego.
Oh, wait.
Darn it. Yes, you are correct. Trains are gold.
Uh-oh.
A. $399
Oh my gosh.
for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 different cars. These are just the box cars. This is not the main train or the one in the front, whatever you call
Okay, that's good to know.
The locomotive.
A locomotive.
You know, that main train, you know.
Main train. You know what I'm
The
saying.
boss train, if you will.
Boss
The main train that pulls the other Legos trains.
Yep. So planes, trains, and automobiles. Do not, if you see train pieces, like I said about base plates, sacrifice the body. Jump on it, literally. You will not have this. This is mine. It's coming home with me.
Okay.
Trains are mine. If I see them, you will fight me. Okay. Legos. Sorry. Cars. What's more to say about cars is that you know, every kid had the cars. I had 4 cars up on my desk as a kid. And they stayed there for years and they had dust all over them. But here you have the set numbers, which is really cool. I wish he hadn't used the parentheses and the commas, but you know, they put lots of good stuff in the title there. There's what, 10 cars.
So those are assembled, right? They come all put together. I mean, it comes assembled as like a little matchbox car because they look like Hot Wheels to me.
Yeah, they do. It doesn't say in the title that they're complete, so there may be some pieces missing. It says like new, so they're taken care of, you know. I sold a lot of cars recently for like $40, and they were not. There's doors missing, random stuff missing.
Okay, some stuff does come off of them. The doors can.
Oh yeah, That's the beauty of Legos, is you have to always keep rebuilding them. Here's another nice little example. Look at that. You got the manuals with them, set numbers again with the parentheses.
Parenthesis happy, that's for sure.
Wow, who
Nice
knew?
lot, $80.
Okay.
All right, let's check out the next one. 17, number 17 are airplanes. These are just airplane turbines. 24.
They look like electrical outlets.
Don't they?
See, I was thinking barrels of rum. So
Yeah, airplane pieces sell well in lots.
Okay.
If you don't have the complete parts to build the entire leg, the build, imaginative builders will still make use of them. Let's check out the next picture. Here we go. There's probably some pieces missing there, but there's, it looks like there's 2 different builds in there. Yeah, it's got like windows, the wings, the hulls. $29.95. That might be a pound, might not be.
Right on the edge.
But right, but you're gonna find this stuff in your Lego buys. Here's another good example. $29.95. I think they might have charged a little under what they should have charged for these.
Plus with free shipping. Yeah.
Yeah, but it probably sold fast, and I guess the point is to move them. We are on number 18, stickers and printed pieces. Separate these in sticker pieces and printed pieces.
Okay.
Check this out. It's my boom box. Yo. Isn't that cool, man? That is so cool.
Nice.
And you're gonna find that is a printed piece. Here's like a little little console there for like a space station, and here's my little kitty. Yeah.
So the printed pieces, that could be paper on it, right? So you probably wouldn't want to run.
No, you will feel the sticker pieces are the pieces when you're building, and there's gonna be a pamphlet of stickers, and you slap those on there, and they will most likely be crooked if you're a kid and you're building it.
Okay, I got it.
I would take them off and try to put them back on. That's just OCD in me. But what was I? Some printed pieces go for big bucks. If you look underneath, so another tool that you might use is like a jewelry loop, or you could actually use your phone and zoom in there and take a picture, and hopefully you could read the number in there and you can look up the piece. Because somebody may be missing this one little piece, and some of these go for like $50 just for some random little piece.
So this person did themselves a disservice by selling 600 pieces for $34. Wow.
Yes and no. Yeah, who knows if they looked at each individual piece up. I've made lots like this.
Well, their little condition says none of these pieces have been individually inspected. So that tells me they didn't even bother even looking them up.
Right, and that's why they only got $50 for this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an arbitrage dream right there.
But how much time do you want to devote to this?
Well, that's when you put your kids to
it. It's really all up to you. You can squeeze the most out of your investment, or you can be okay with this.
Yeah.
I might be $50. Here's another little example. You can see there's the little round pieces, and you got the little control panels and gauges, and $30. That weighs nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's money. Gold.
Yep.
Here's another cool little example coming from up north.
Yep.
Canada. You know,
Sweet.
same thing over again. Little dials and control panels, and
Oh, okay.
you know, it says police on that one. You know, that probably goes to a police set, and to finish that set, you will need that one little piece because all the rest of the pieces are common.
And another tip I'd give, you know, with almost every camera that we all have, some of us are rocking a little bit older phones, but with our phones that we have, they only have 2 pictures. Get some nice close-ups of some of these printed and stickered pieces, because it'll look so much better when you're, you know, the eyes on them. I'm like, man, you can, because you can get up close nowadays and get good quality photos.
And why not use 12 pictures, man? You
Especially
know,
when you're in a big group like this.
and if you have an iPhone, you just it's done. You're not waiting. It took you an extra second to get your item up to the top of the search rank by taking 12 pictures. Sorry. I get emotional about that kind of stuff.
I see that.
Sounds like Jason with his tiki mugs.
Yep. Here, these are sticker pieces and printed pieces. They just, you know, the little keep out one. That one's cool. Broadway, little street signs, panels. Here we go. We are on number 19, castle parts. They are good money in castle parts. A lot of these are vintage. And, you know, Harry Potter kind of, there was some, with that genre, there was some castle pieces. But, you know, kind of the older folks like to use these castle pieces to build their big castle builds. So a lot like this. Look at that, $94.99. That's not a pound. I guarantee you, this is not a pound.
Nadine, we won't tell your kids, Nadine.
Yeah, you are throwing gold in the garbage.
Ooh, this title has great value. Look, with exclamation points and periods and slashes.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's an old school.
Okay, show of hands. How many times have you searched the word "great value" or "look"? Never. Don't waste your space.
Well, unfortunately, Google stopped after pirate.
Yeah,
and Lego pirate. That's it. All the rest of this is worthless to us. But it's just another example of the Lego pirate and castle stuff. You know, big money, $80 all day. That might actually be about, and be well worth it to ship. Priority. Here we go. These are Duplo again. I keep throwing in the Duplo stuff. I sold one of these castle builds, you know, for $80.
Wow.
And it was incomplete, but it did have like this dragon and like the little translucent pieces, and it had the pamphlet or the build manual with it. You know, that all day. When you find Duplo, look for these fancy pieces. I might pass up on Duplo if they're like all like the regular pieces, like the regular bricks. The specialty pieces are worth the most, obviously. Here's more castle pieces. Oh, wait a minute. I have my little castle pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, what we got next? Castle pieces. And number 20. And last on my list of things to sort Legos in are the roof and slope pieces. You know, the sets usually don't come with a lot of these. But once you separate into color, you can make a decent lot like this. This is quite a bit of them, and someone will buy these quick. And I think they may have shorted themselves on this, but I guarantee they sold lightning fast.
Oh,
let's look at the next example. Here we go with black roof slopes, $14.99. That's nothing. There's nothing there.
Wow.
All day. You can make a lot like this with that little box of Legos you got, Deb. Guaranteed.
If I had those, yeah, for sure. I don't know. We'll see.
Here's another roof, I'm not sure how they're determining whether or not they're vintage or not. That there may be like a color difference actually
Yeah, that could be.
But you know, Great Britain pound. I'm not sure that 33.76. You know, that's not a pound. I spend $2, $3 on a pound. I turn 3 into quite a bit. 3 into 30. I'll take that deal all day.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Now, there are tons of parts not on this list.
Yeah, like just the bricks.
But it is a great place to start. And I wanted to try and give you a list to start with.
That's great.
For people who don't know where to start, this is a good start off. Make sure you study the solds, and that will tell you all you need to know to dive deeper into this. And again, the pictures in most of these lots are awful, and I know the people in the thrifting board can do better. A tip for you to use when photographing the smaller pieces is if you have two base plates that are the same color, put it down and put it up against your when you're taking a picture. You stick this little guy on top of one of your base plates, and the whole background will be the color. Obviously, you want to look for the white base plates to stick with best selling practices. And that will help sell those.
Do you do auctions, Tony, or are you doing buy it nows?
Buy it now.
Yeah.
I buy auctions to sell buy it now.
And if you had a whole set, would you ever put it together?
Yes, I have. I have children.
Again, see, that's where a pug does not come in handy.
So I have an excuse to collect Legos. Thanks, kids. And I gave you 20 examples.
You did. Great job.
And I dug into those.
Now, what do I do with the animals? I think I have 2 horses. I have 2 little horses.
Those are good. Yes.
What number do they come under? Just by themselves? Would you sell 2 horses or just put them in with the castle probably?
If I had castle parts, I'd probably put them in there. Or I would sell them alone. I have 1 horse that I'm selling for $15.
Okay, that's easy to ship.
But it's like a specialty piece.
Now, what about all these bricks that are just plain?
All right. I'm going to stop you there, Deb. We're at 1 hour and 50.
Oh, I know.
1 hour and 50. Some of us have to pee. Some of us have to eat dinner. So we will say, what about these bricks for part 2?
Okay. Well, I can figure the bricks out there easy.
1 minute. 1 sec. Before we go into this, I wanted to give you 5 more.
Oh, geez.
Just write them down real quick. 5 more pieces to write on your list of things to look for. Gold and silver pieces.
Gold and silver
are special colors to look for. Okay. Bionicles. You can make lots of the masks and the weapons. Okay. Number 3, sliding garage door parts. You can put together an entire garage door frame, $20. Duplo. We talked a lot about Duplo. The specialty pieces, the figures, the windows, the translucents. And number 5, pirate pieces. The flags, the treasure chests. And if you have the pirate boat base, big money. The Pirates of the Caribbean set was like $300-400 the last time it came around. Those things are big money. All right, that's it.
Okay, so you have some scores.
This is my dud.
Then we'll end on a high note.
This is a dud.
Okay.
Look at this. 3 Santana CDs. I had these up for like 2 years. $8.99. I was like, screw it. I get my money back. $8.99. Wow.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Santana's a great band. What's wrong with you?
Right, but all 3 of those have sold so many millions.
Right, but a nice little lot there for the Santana collectors. And this is another dud of mine. I bought this with the DVD player, so I probably paid way more than $8.33. But I did squeeze some money out of a remote that was just sitting around.
Okay.
Next. Here's a little sale that I wanted to show you the gang here. This is Technics, which I was telling you guys about. Gears, wheels, shields, propellers, lots. You know, this does not weigh a pound. $26.38. Next.
What is this?
Pokemon Emerald. I got this out of the garbage.
Whoa.
Let that sink in. $67.77.
What is it?
It's a Game Boy Advance cartridge. It's a
Oh, okay.
Pokemon. And it needed the battery replaced. They come with a little battery in them and they go dead.
Gotcha.
And because it's video game season, I sold it for buku bucks. Even the fact that it needs a battery. All right, next.
Boom.
Boom.
Watch the dynamite explode. Make sure everyone understands that is a cassette.
Yeah.
Yes, I teach you about cassettes, and here is an example. I sniped this puppy for $10 on eBay, sucker, and sold it for $80. Smart guy. All right. Next. All right. Here's.
I don't know who this is.
I don't either. I don't care.
See, I set you up because, yeah, you don't have to know any of this. You don't have to know what this record is or what that Lego piece is. As long as you can research and sell it, who gives a crap if you know it?
If you see that strip along the top of a record, it does not matter who it is. This is one of those moments that I explained earlier where you jump and you body block. This will be mine. Original master.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
these are the
as I popped it up and I'm like, man, I don't even know that artist.
I have no idea who that is.
But somebody does, and somebody wanted it.
Those are for your the people who love top quality sound.
So Paul knew we were at the end of the show and was ready to set me up because I had this last graphic ready to go. So
Hey,
for those of you who are in the Thrifting Board in the Secret Beach, one of our sister groups who we highly recommend is Tony's group, The Complete Reseller, run by the boss man himself, the only boss that's worth your time, Tony Boss.
Yes, great group. Great.
Come on over. We have an awesome group of admins, just like the Thrifting Board. We have built a team of top-notch admins that are way better than me. You know, I decided to pick admins that would encourage me to become a better, more complete reseller. So, you know, I learn from them. They learn a little bit from me. You know, we bring up topics every day, of different niches. We like to dig into that. You know, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about salt and pepper shakers. The next day, maybe we'll talk about ashtrays. And
awesome. Yeah.
I like to dig into stuff and give opportunity for other people to teach me and me to teach them. It's a nice little give and take. So come on in. The water is warm.
And then you have a Lego unit in your group. So that means there's a couple
That sounds very dirty. You have a Lego unit.
So you can have units. It's a teaching.
I've compiled a lot of units in my group. I actually learned about the unit section from the Thrifting Board, and I tried to follow in suit and, you know, try to,
Well done.
you know, put a little content out there. You know, Becky Dick has her jewelry unit. Chris has his auto parts, and there's video games, and, you know.
There's Becky right there. Hey, Beck.
Hey, Becky.
Yeah, Becky knows jewelry. She blows my mind with her jewelry.
She's like I said, I have admins that are way more advanced than me. Exhibit A.
Oh, we will end on this. Shaker, not shakers.
I'm sorry, I will never give up saying
Robert Johnson on fire. Oh my God. All right. So this became our most epic marathon show ever, I think. I think this wins, Tony. I didn't realize it was going to be you. but you now hold the mantle for most content,
Cheers.
most actionable, turn into money content for any guest we've ever had. So yeah, let me get my palm tree up here. Cheers, everybody.
Woo, thank you. And I have to say, the comics, I don't read the comments because I get distracted, but what Jason put up, I was just hysterical. Everybody talking about drinking and other Lego tips, and you guys, what I saw was amazing. An awesome chat.
Yeah, so give us a thumbs up right down here and subscribe down here if you have never subscribed, and click on the bell. The bell lets you know when we're going live. And don't forget, you get signed up for thriftingclass.com. Share this with your friends, and I'll see everybody on Saturday at 3 p.m. East Coast, noon on the West Coast. And that's it. That's our marathon. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, everyone, for watching and hanging out with us for a couple hours tonight. I hope we've passed some time for you so as not to lose our mind while we're all stuck at home. And Craig said it perfectly. Tons of info. Thanks.
Yes.
1 second. I have a YouTube channel too.
Oh, well, where's that graphic? You didn't give us that one.
We need that.
I'm the Profit Boss on YouTube. Come check me out. I got a couple.
Oh, you're the Profit Boss. Huh.
I'm not the Quack Boss. I am the Profit Boss.
Profit Boss. Okay. And then your son is the Quack Boss.
Yes, he is.
So we need to go follow those 2 YouTube channels too.
And my daughter is Raspberry Fashion Girl. We have a whole family of YouTube.
And the wife?
Not so much.
And
Raspberry Fashion Girl.
Yes, she's a hoot.
Good.
All right, we'll end on that. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a wonderful evening. Go look for your minifigs.